This video is going to be a thank you to my sponsors and supporters of the Michael J. Fox Foundation fundraising campaign. And yes, it's been almost 2 months since I ran the London Marathon. Time marches on and waits for no one, but it's still November and I have a few more days to give thanks. Actually, it's my goal to always be grateful and show gratitude 365 days a year, but it's that time of year when being thankful is at the forefront of our minds. So I just wanted to take time to kind of acknowledge those who donated to my fundraising efforts. And I want to dedicate the miles run to each of them to show appreciation. And it's the contributions really of all of my supporters who made it possible for me to participate in the race. And it also helps the Michael J. Fox Foundation get closer to finding treatments to improve the quality of life for those who do deal with Parkinson's disease. All right, here we go. Flashback with me to these 26.2 miles run in the city of London. And I'm going to do a special dedication to each of the sponsors and donors who helped me make that happen. First, the start line. So I want to say thank you to Sakina Mubashir. She happens to be my mother, y'all. I thought it'd be appropriate to dedicate the start line to her, seeing as how she actually gave me my start in life. Shout out to Sakina, Mom. Thank you for your donation, and this next clip is dedicated to you.
Your time won't stop you, your whole magic start line.
Oh, we're at the start line. We're gonna start now. Oh my God.
Alright, so mile 4. The next clip is going to be dedicated to my sister, Diana. And look, I dedicated mile 4 to you, Diana, because we're 4 years apart in age. I mean, mile 4 in a marathon is really kind of because for a long distance runner, you worked up a sweat and but you're still feeling really good about the decision you made to run 26.2 miles. So I don't know if the same is true for our age difference, but hey, I tried to make that work. So thank you so much for your support in the race. And this next clip is dedicated to you, Mal.
Keep going, everyone. Well done, everyone.
All right, mile 4.
I just thought I don't want to get but yeah.
Coming up on mile 5. So now I'm at mile 5, and at this point in the race, I'm singing Bruno Mars, 24 Karat Magic. I'm feeling good. It's a whole party. And so I think about my friend and colleague, Joni D. Goodman. I always have fun learning and continuing the journey of professional development with her. And working with her and her team is like pretty magical. So thank you so much, Joni, for your donation. And this mile 5 is dedicated to you, Joni D. Goodman, LLC. Keep up. All right, that was mile 5. I'm singing Bruno Mars.
That's where we're going.
So now at mile 7 for Cuddy Sark. This was probably one of the top 3 most exciting points in the race. And that's because of the sheer energy of the spectators. Like, they were so encouraging, and they just had this real commitment of being out there cheering on all the runners. So that was one of the most memorable parts of the race overall. But at mile 7 or so, Cuddy Sark, like, I could really feel the energy of the people. And this has been the case for my friend Lauren. Did support me and make a donation. We met at a camping trip. We started the trip off as strangers, and now we are good friends for life. Okay, so thank you so much, Lauren, for supporting the fundraising efforts, and just really the beautiful bright light that you are of so many people, and I think more than you probably know. So from me to you, thank you so much. This next clip at mile 7 is dedicated to you.
Wow. Just wow.
I had a few anonymous donors who I think is pretty interesting, and I'm grateful for them. I don't know who you are, but you know who you are. So I thank you and salute you. And mile 8, which is in the next clip, is dedicated to you. Thank you so much. Here I am coming up on mile 10, and I'm dedicating this to my Aunt Susie, because she's that aunt that is there for her family ahead of time, on time, anytime. She doesn't miss, okay? She's that aunt. And so I dedicate mile 10 to her, and just want to let her know she's a 10 out of 10 in my book. So thank you, Aunt Susie, for your support. I appreciate you always.
Thank you so much. Mile 10.
All right, this next segment is bigger than a mile marker. This is the Tower Bridge, and it's between mile 12 and 13. So this is by far the most memorable part of the race. When you think about the London Marathon, or London period, right? You think about Tower Bridge, somewhere in there. So for that reason, I'm going to dedicate the Tower Bridge to Human Tech. Enjoy this clip of me running across the Tower Bridge. Thank you so much.
I mean, how can you not stop and get this shot? And I'm resting.
13.1. Yes, technically 13.1 is the halfway point. And the significance, I think, speaks for itself, but for me, mile 13.1, or kind of the halfway point, represents coming so far in the race, but still acknowledging you have a ways to go. So this is the case for me. Also, I think it's representative of the Michael J. Fox Foundation's efforts to find treatments and ultimately a cure for Parkinson's disease. When I chose the charity, I didn't know anyone personally who was dealing with the disease. And then when I started sharing what I was doing, a family friend / another fellow basketball mom did share with me that she had a family member who was actually suffering with the disease. So that made my fundraising efforts all the more significant. And unfortunately, the family member did lose the battle with Parkinson's. So this research has come very far, but there is still a ways to go. And I'm very grateful for the Lombard family, not just for supporting the fundraising efforts, but also being willing to share that story. So thank you so much for your generous donation. And this next segment is for you and also in the memory of your loved one.
It says halfway. Oh my God. Halfway. 13.1. Thank you.
By mile 16, things were starting to get rough. I know you hear about anybody who talks to marathon runners or is a marathon runner, you hear about the famous point where you hit the wall, okay? And this is where the hard part really began for me at mile 16. And so I had a spectator who kind of helped me along to, share a laugh and a joke. I was actually able to laugh about it. You'll hear it in the clip. But it's good to have friends that keep you laughing, especially during the hard times or your rough patches. And so for that, I dedicate mile 16 to Miss Georgette Johnson, my friend, is able to share a laugh. Good times are bad. So I thank you for your support in the fundraising efforts. Those laughs coming. Send the memes. Send the plant memes. Thank you, Georgette. This next clip is for you.
You made it 16.
Mile 16, yes. That was mile 16. Again, thank you.
Mile 20. Ooh, even doing the video is bringing back memories of what mile 20 felt like. And I was beyond hitting the wall at this point, and it's going to be obvious in the next clip. But I thought about what kept me going is all the people who had given their support. And so I knew I could not stop. I needed to finish. I knew were not just supporting me with the fundraising, but also cheering me on. So that gave me the motivation to finish, and I'm dedicating mile 20 to my Alaska family, the AK Brew Crew. Thank you so much for your support and for giving me a reason to keep going and a reason to finish.
Mile 20. All I can say is 6 to go. And thank you.
Well done, Lucy. Keep going. Great effort. Well done, Greg.
All right, in this next clip, I'm coming up on mile 24, and I'm dedicating the mile to my friend of 20 plus years, Miss Kelly. You inspire me so much, and you've always supported my marathon running adventure, so I appreciate you. Here's mile 24. Thank you for your support and for your 20 plus years of friendship.
She's
done. Well, it's almost done. There's mile 24. If you're 24, thank you for your support at mile 24. Wow. Oh my God. Whoa. 2 more miles. Yes.
Okay, mile 25. Listen, I was moving by faith and faith alone. So yeah, it's pretty obvious. I'm going to dedicate this to my cousin Faith. Thank you so much for your donation. I'm glad that you're named Faith. Thank you for supporting my fundraising efforts. Family is everything.
One more mile to go. Really less than a mile. Excuse my language.
And finally, the finish line, it was no easy feat to run this race. All the training and the sacrificed time and even to eat the right things, making the right choices on getting to the race. You know, finally here I am at the finish line. So I look back at that and I'm definitely grateful for it. But it's because of friends, supporters who continue to make contributions after the race that I'm actually getting much, much closer to reaching my full fundraising goal. So cheers to you, Charles, Chandra, Sister Amina, and the real badass in helping me get so close to the finish line. So you know when the time comes, I will be glad to do the same for you. Thank you so much. And this next clip is me crossing the finish line, and it's dedicated to all of you all.
If I can finish, you can finish. We got this. Come on. We've come so far. Is this your first marathon? Yes. Oh, you got to do it. Come on, I'm with you. I'm with you. Yeah, 200. I don't even know how far 200 meters is, but let's not focus on that. Let's go, let's go, let's go! See? This is it. We're gonna cross. Woo! You got this. Come on, come on, come on.
Great job, sir. Welcome to the finish.
Finished. Oh my God, finished. Wow. Oh.
So that's it, London Marathon. It's in the books. I'm very appreciative of all those who donated. I still have 1 week to go, well, 1 week as of when I'm recording this, in this fundraising campaign. So if this video inspired you in any way, please look in the description of this video, click the fundraising link, and make a contribution to this great cause. Like I always say, any amount helps. So thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.